Okay, finally, before we jump into scientific notation, I want to take the time to review some equations and how we solve these. So these are equations, and a lot of times you guys look at these and you go, oh, there's so many numbers and they're variables. I don't understand what's going on. So I'm going to show you. This is what this is saying. It's saying what minus 3 gives me 12. So a quick way of doing that, in your head, you could go, let me see, 13 minus 3, no, that's 10. 14 minus 3, no, that's 11. I'm going to show you a quick way to do it because sometimes you're going to end up with bigger problems. So I am going to remove this from this side. So I need to make that equal 0. I'm going to add 3 to this side because that's going to end up with an x plus 0. So I can just leave that as x. However, I have to add the 3. If I add it here, I have to also add it to the other side of the equal sign. Why? Because otherwise it doesn't remain balanced. So here I have x equals 15. If we go back and check, I can see 15 minus 3 does equal 12. So we're good. Okay, on this side, I have something I can add together here. So I'm just going to bring down my y plus 6, and it's going to equal 20 plus 5, which is 25. Now, again, I need to get the y by itself. So to do that, I have to get rid of this 6. So I'm going to subtract it. I'm going to end up with y equals, okay, well, I have to balance this out, so I have to do this on the other side as well. So 25 minus 6, which is 19. Okay, here, however, I have 8m equals 24. 8 times what equals 24? Now, you may be able to sit there and say, I know the answer. But again, I'm going to show you how to do this. So I'm going to take this, and I'm actually going to divide 8m by 8, because that's going to cancel that out and leave me with just an m. That just means I have to do it on this side as well. 24 divided by 8, which is going to give me 3. It's all about balancing what you do on one side, making sure you do it on the other as well. Okay, let's test this one out. Ooh, I've got x's on both sides, so here's what I'm going to do. I like to call it moving this. So I'm going to take this x and I'm going to remove it from this side. When I remove it from this side, that's going to leave me with just a 5. However, if I remove it from here, I also have to remove it from here. So now I've got 2x minus 1x gives me a singular x. Bring down my plus 4 because I didn't do anything with that. Now it looks like one of the previous problems. So I'm going to subtract the 4 to bring this to a singular x, but I have to do it to both sides, which brings this to x equals 1. Okay, let's look at this next problem. So I have 9x minus 4x plus 6 equals 21. Well, I can actually combine this because they are like terms. So I can do 9 minus 4 gives me 5x plus 6 equals 21. So here, I'm going to try and get my x by itself. So I'm not trying to get rid of the 5 just yet. I want to save that for last. So I'm going to subtract the 6. Again, we have to do it from both sides, and I end up with 5x equals 21 minus 6 is 15. Again, when you get here, you can do 5 times what equals 15, or you can just do divide both sides by 5. Just in case you're not quite sure what multiplies together for this, you'll see they cancel out to give me a singular x. And here I can do 15 divided by 5 gives me 3. I also wanted to take this time to cover some evaluate problems. So these are going to go pretty quick. I have a couple problems written here, and I have what a equals, what x equals, and what y equals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug these in. So a is 2, x is 3, and y is 4. So I've got 2 times 3 is 6 plus 4, which gives me 10. Okay, if I move over here, I've just got x and y, so I don't need to worry about the a. I've got 3 squared plus 4 squared. 9 plus 16, because it's 3 times 3 plus 4 times 4, which gives me 25. And then our final problem, I have 2 squared times 3 times 4. 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 times 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Times 4, which gives me 48 as my final answer. You will have some questions like this that you're going to need to probably get a separate sheet of paper for just to work out to make sure that you get the right answers. Okay, make sure you do your classwork over these assignments, and tomorrow you're going to be getting a video that I made for you guys and Algebra 1 because you do repeat some of this material over again. I will see you guys in the next video.